In today's video, I am going to be showing you a lot of different basketball plays that were in my own 12U basketball playbook. This was a team that was pretty good. They were together for quite a few years, so let's get down and let's check out these basketball plays. Now, if you want an absolutely deadly defense, make sure to go check out my Deadly Defensive Strategies book that is down in the description below, because I used a lot of those strategies during the same 12U season. So definitely go check that out. Anyways, let's get down and let's check out these basketball plays.
So in this first play, it's just a quick pass and then cut to the basket. When you cut to the basket, 3 and 5 will fill up, and because you've passed to the right side, you will fill out to the left side if you do not receive that pass back. After these guys cycle through, let's say now player 2 passes to player 4. Player 2 will cut. When he cuts, we will have player 3 fill, player 5 fill, and player 1 fill. And player 4 will look to pass that ball back to player 2 for potentially that layup. If that pass isn't there, we don't want to force it. He is then going to fill out to the opposite side because he passed to his right, which means that he needs to fill out to his left. Now, this is the difficult part for a lot of players. When player 4 passes, when he cuts, he needs to then fill back out. So he'll cut, and then he'll fill back out because he started in the corner. Now, what a lot of players will make a mistake on is when they make this pass, when they cut, they'll only cut to maybe here instead of cutting straight to the basket. We have to remember, even if we don't receive the pass to this point, we may receive a pass past that point, which means that if this player who has the ball was reading that you're going to continue through and he passes, but you stopped, that means that now this is going to be a turnover. So we have to make sure that our cuts are right to the basket, and then we fill out to the opposite side as to where we passed. In this next play, it's very simple. We drive, and when we drive, if we kick out to the right side, when we drive and kick, that means that we need to fill out to the left side. Now, if we make a mistake and we fill out to the right side, that's okay as well. I don't mind, because these guys will be filling up. But if player 5 drives, fills out to the wrong side, player 3, if he drives, he needs to drive on the opposite side as to where player 5 is filling out. If player 3 passes, he still needs to cut, because pass and cut, he needs to cut to the left side of 5. Or if 5 fills out to this side, he needs to cut this side. You always want to be on the opposite side as the guy who's filling out, who's in our offense making a mistake. Now, if player 4 drives, player 5 lifts up. Let's say player 4 passes out to player 3, and he makes that pass to player 2. Player 4 fills out. Player 2 receives that pass. Player 3, because he passed, he has to cut. When this happens, if player 2 drives, he would want player 3 again to fill out to that corner because he started in that corner. And then, because player 2 is driving, after player 3 fills out, he needs to fill an open spot. Because if this pass goes out here, player 2 is going to be filling out. I hope that makes sense. In our 4-out play, we call this 4 and then we name it after a player. So, for example, if we say 4 Kai, then in that case, we will have Kai go to that high post. We're going to have a guard, and a bigger guy and a bigger guy. We're going to have player 1 hopefully pass to player 5, and he's going to cut, but also this side is going to cut as well. When these guys cut, player 5 is going to be facing up looking at the basket because he's looking to pass back to either player 1 or, in this case, pass to player 3. If they're not open, 2 and 4 will lift, 1 and 3 will fill out, and we are hoping for player 5 to pass to either player 2 or player 4, it doesn't matter. When he makes that pass, he's going to then set that screen for that player, and then he's going to set that screen, roll to the basket. Player 4 is going to attack off. Player 4 could score himself. He could pass to player 5, or he can kick it out and set that screen again. And if he does that, these guys have to fill out. And now this screen is being set, and it's the exact same thing, just on the opposite side. After everything, we can set up in 5 out if player 2 doesn't attack, and we're back into our base 5 out offense. Now, we learned our baseline inbounds and sideline inbounds. Let's say this is a mean. Let's say we call S a mean. And if that's the case, a mean is going to go between those two screens. They are going to close after a mean gets through. And then after this time, player 2 is going to be posting up his man. Player 5 is going to be posting up his man. And then player 4 is going to leak out. Our number one option being the 3-point shot. We're going to usually call this for a person on our team who can shoot and hit threes. Secondary options are these two guys for layups. And then our last option is player 4. We can run this on the sideline as well. It's the exact same, but we run it in high. Here we have, let's say, Ward. Ward can go through. And then player 1 will then sprint up top. And at this time, player 5 is going to go down, post up his man. And player 4, if neither of these guys get that ball, they're going to split, and player 4 comes to ball. Our first options are going to be either 2 or 1. Second option is going to be player who's sprinting there. And then our last option is a lob to our center, who is in the low post. I'm also going to be putting in box 1 and box 2. I know most of you guys know all of these plays because for the returning players, we ran these in the past, but we're cutting down on a lot of plays, as you can see. Box 2, players screen away from the ball, and then player 5 and 1, high post guy goes out to the 3, low post guy goes to the low block. After this, player 4 is going to post up, player 5 is going to post up, player 1 is looking for that ball, player 2 is then popping out for safety. So, first option, second option, third option. And then we're going to call box 1. Box 1 is when player 5 and 4 set the screens up for 2 and 1. 1 and 2 will then dive to the basket. And 5 and 4 are going to try to get open along the perimeter after those screens. These are our first options. These are our second options. At that point, if we have not got the ball inbounded, we need to try and get open somehow. There will be teams that will try to press us. This is our press break, and this is how I like to run a press break. These two players need to cross, and they need to get close to the sideline. Player 1 needs to pass that ball into one of these guys, and then player 1 sprints inbounds. We want to try and get the ball back to player 1 as early as possible, and then the right side always cuts down, left side goes down court. Unless we're stuck, I do not want player 1 to dribble. I want this to be a quick pass to the middle. And then I want player 5 not to dribble right away, to pivot and look down court for player 4. Ideally, wide open layup. If not, he just waits, and then he's going to wait until a point guard or a guard or somebody can come, or he can just set up the offense himself. If he wants to wait, that's totally fine. He just passed, he can set that screen, whatever he wants to do, pass and cut, whatever he wants to do at this point. As long as we get it past half, we've beat their press. Now, because we've been so successful with it and people watch my YouTube channel, I'm going to say that there's going to be a lot of teams half-court trapping us. So if somebody half-court traps us, normally a lot of teams will get here and then they just start dribbling out to the left side or right side, doesn't matter, then they trap us. And we don't want that to happen. So if I'm calling half-court trap, if I'm calling 4 high, that means we are running 4 high. Same play as what we normally run in the half-court with the 4-out play, but now we're running it high at the 3-point line. So now we can spread the floor out. We're going to be baiting these players to start trying to trap us over here. We want to get that ball into whoever is in the middle, Kai or Jensen or Gianluca or somebody. I do not want to dribble right away unless you can attack that paint. And if you attack that paint, it's going to collapse the defense. You kick it out for a 3 or something. But what I want, we've beat it. As soon as we get it to the middle, we've beat it. Now, what could happen is they don't want that ball there. So they're going to try and collapse, and they're going to try and throw as many people as they can at you. Now we just need to move that ball as fast as we can. And if we can make a quick pass, that's going to force that trap. People are still going to be collapsed there. Quick pass and cut, and we should be able to get an open layup. Very simple. Pass and cut out of the 4-out.
So if you are looking for a really deadly defensive strategy that I used during the same season I used these plays that I just showed you, make sure to go check out the Deadly Defensive Strategies book that is down in the description below. Those strategies will be able to destroy a ton of teams, whether you are coaching 11 or 12U or even coaching high school teams. Those strategies will work for all. Let's get that, and I hope that you guys do get it because it's going to be able to help you win a lot of games. I'll see you guys again in my next video.